Character close up on Noah. The people who wrote the Bible had a high opinion of Noah, and rightly so, since the world was mired in wickedness while Noah was a righteous man, blameless among the people of his time, and he walked with God. You can find this quote on Genesis chapter 6, verse 9. We weren't given any specifics about just how he showed his righteousness, nor are we told much about the forms human wickedness took, except that God was appalled at the violence. See Genesis chapter 6 verse 13. Centuries later, some of Israel's prophets recalled Noah and the flood story, remembering not only Noah's virtue, but the mercy of God in preserving a good man. See Isaiah chapter 54, verse 9. The prophet Ezekiel mentioned Noah, Daniel, and Job as being among the paragons of right living. See chapter 14, verse 20 in Ezekiel. Centuries later, the Christian author of the letter to the Hebrews wrote, quote, by faith Noah, when warned about things not yet seen, in holy fear built an ark to save his family. By his faith he condemned the world and became heir of the righteousness that comes by faith. Close quotes. And you can see that in Hebrews chapter 11, verse 7. Noah's faith must have been monumental, since he was willing to take God's word about the coming flood, and building something so enormous and enduring the mocking of his neighbors required stamina that few of us possess. Elsewhere, the New Testament refers to Noah as, quote, a preacher of righteousness, close quotes, whom God saved from disaster. See 2 Peter chapter 2, verse 5. Through the centuries, the Noah story has been an illustration of God preserving the righteous man in times of disaster. No wonder the early Christians often used the ark as a symbol of God's care for his people. That is all I know of.